as a Zumba.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Good evening, this is TVWAN News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, PM backs downstream processing, NSL to host PII Forum, and Western Clydesdales returns to Host Plus Cup. Prime Minister James Marape has reiterated his call on the logging industry to venture into downstream processing than to continue exporting. He made the call yesterday at remote Kurindal in Lasul Baining, East New Britain province, when launching the brand new KKC veneer mill.
Prime Minister James Marape has reaffirmed that the government is serious about downstream processing in the country. Speaking at the launch of the veneer timber mill at Lasul Baining, a project fully supported by Gazal District, East New Britain Provincial Government and the Lenones, Prime Minister Marape said the mill is very much in line with the government's push for downstream processing of logs and other resources. It is providing employment and training to hundreds of young people, as well as building the local economy in this rural area of East New Britain. The KKC veneer mill is located on a 300-hectare rundown cocoa and coconut plantation purchased from Egmac. The mill has a betting facility and a sustainable energy plant to provide power for the operations. When it is in full operation, it will take about 200,000 cubic meters of round log and process it into timber, plywood, wood chip, and pellets. The company will also employ up to 3,000 people when in full operation. Currently, it employs up to 1,000 people who work in various areas like logging, mill reforestation, shipping, road infrastructure, and power production. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The Papua LNG will be the second LNG project in the world that will have a system for storing the so-called native carbon dioxide or CO2 gas and will be designed to be operational on the first day of production. Minister for Petroleum and Energy Karen Gakua made this announcement recently and explained that CO2 will be separated and re-injected into one of the two reservoirs to reduce the greenhouse gas emission.
This project will be the second in the world and the first in the Asia-Pacific region to re-inject carbon dioxide back into the well. They'll take out the gas right up there at the wellhead and pump the carbon dioxide back into the... Because when it comes up, it's carbon dioxide also in the mix. It comes up together. Because it costs money to pump it back, people just let the carbon dioxide go into the air. That contributes to pollution that a lot of people complain about. To mitigate that, in this project, we are going to incur the expense, all the project partners. We make it our business of pumping the carbon dioxide back into the well where it came from. So it stays there rather than going to the air and pollute the air.
PNG Power is cracking down on power theft through a zero-tolerance policy and advocating compliance with the law. Illegal power connections can lead to criminal prosecution and up to 3 years in jail. To address revenue loss, PNG Power is conducting a nationwide meter survey and implementing a revenue protection strategy. Initiatives include creating feeder teams, outsourcing meter surveys, and partnering with the community through amnesty and reward programs. Help PNG Power by reporting power theft. On the occasion of the week of recognizing our women, Prime Minister James Marape has acknowledged the tremendous life-empowering care that the women of Papua New Guinea have given to us in past, present, and into the future.
Observing the International Women's Day in PNG, Prime Minister James Marape said the women in the country live among some of the most challenging environments in the world, geographically, socially, and economically. He said women continue to persevere in the face of hardship while giving birth, raising their children, putting them through school, and managing households that are not always in their favor, within environments that are plagued by injustice and strife. Yet they persevere. Some of them have made it into the modern public arena and continue to excel, demonstrating the courage and toughness of character that so often defines this gender. This week, we end the United Nations International Women's Day on Wednesday, 8 March 2023. The Prime Minister has made a special appeal to all men in Papua New Guinea to recognize the value of women and treat them with respect and kindness. To the men, the Prime Minister warned that if any of you are subjecting your women to violence or disempowerment of any sort, he is appealing to you to end this practice today. Mothers, wives, and daughters deserve more. They deserve better. Susan Oriape, TVWAN News.
TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
It's that time again! Scale Rise is giving you the chance to win some Scale School money for 2023. Over 220 winners. 4 fortnightly draws, that's 55 fortnightly winners. Cash prizes starting at 1,000 kina, 2,000 kina, 3,000 kina. They also have consolation prizes of 500 kina. Buy any Scale Rise or Ori Rise to enter the promotion for your chance to win the Scale School money. Terms and conditions apply. Scale Rise,
The Brain Changer.
Open Lens.
We see you, moving heaven and earth to progress forward. That is why we make sure that the reward you deserve is waiting to encourage you on your journey to success.
Whatever you need for your building and home improvements, we got you covered. Hardware House. We supply high-quality professional tools, plumbing and electrical supplies, homeware and outdoor products, paints, building materials, and much more, all at affordable prices. And with our experienced staff, we will provide you with the right advice and help you need. So for all your building and home improvement needs, Bayu Kisimware, Hardware House. Quality at affordable prices.
They go around the corner, try! And it's Tom Horton who'll keep the force in this ball game. scores.
Welcome back. The National Superannuation Fund and #1 Super will be jointly hosting the Pacific Islands Investment Forum in Port Moresby from March 27th to 31st. The event will bring together heads of super funds from across the Pacific region to discuss issues of common interest and promote investment opportunities. NASFund and NSL will co-host the Pacific Islands Investment Forum in Port Moresby from March 27th to the 31st. The event aims to bring together superannuation fund leaders from the Pacific region to discuss common interests, support education and promote investment opportunities. Representatives from several development partners will also attend. The CEOs of NASFund and NSL state that this is a chance for Papua New Guinea to showcase investment opportunities to super funds in the region.
Having everyone to come to PNG provides an opportunity. Secondly, it gives us a chance to showcase PNG as an attractive investment destination. You know, unfortunately at times there's perception or misperception, you know, in the public and especially offshore that we're a hard to do business, you know, country and that. So we want to dispel all of that.
Part of the forum isn't just the education of people learning things, but also it's important that people have that opportunity to see what opportunities may be available. It's quite important that PNG this year is actually hosting it, so we're very proud to be hosting this for our colleagues and that across the Pacific. So it's a very good opportunity for us to showcase PNG. I think the last forum was held in about 2011, so it's really good timing that people are coming back and looking at what can we actually do here in PNG.
At PIF 2023, government and industry leaders such as Acting Bank of PNG Governor Elizabeth Genia will speak. An expo will also display investment opportunities across various industries in PNG to attract investors.
So this will be a great opportunity for us to learn also from each other regarding the investment best practices, what they have, what we have. And it will be a great opportunity for others to come and mingle around with them. It's very rare that, you know, people from 20 different countries or superannuation funds, they all are under one roof.
Businesses are also invited to partner with NASFund and NSL as sponsors in hosting this event, as your company will be assisting the PNG superannuation industry to market the country to potential investors, gain flow in foreign currency and support the government and business community during these tough economic times. Meantime, NASFund CEO Paul Sayers said that one good example of how cooperation between super funds can come together is demonstrated by the growth and development of BSP over the years. The fundamental investors into BSP have been the super funds, and it is something that is a source of pride for everyone involved.
So NASFund and #1 Super, as well as Comrades Trustee, are all invested into BSP, and BSP is actually across the Pacific. So we've got BSP actually with branches in Cook Islands, PNG, and out into some of those other different places. So you're certainly seeing that two-way, that not only the investors into that area, but our businesses across PNG are actually also going back out into the Pacific. So a really good example of how you can come together as a co-op and work together, even though we've got different aims and different sides, but you can actually work together on some of those investments to get a good return from your particular members.
Apologies, just to correct, that was the NSL CEO Paul Sayer. Turning overseas over summer, Australia's cotton industry suffered the worst, most widespread chemical spray drift incidents on record. Affected farmers say those who caused millions of dollars worth of damages to cotton crops in Queensland and New South Wales have no excuse for their illegal practices.
The Roll family farm at Narromine in central New South Wales. The last 6 years have been brutal, with droughts, floods and mice. They were banking on their first ever cotton crop to come home. But last month, bad news. Herbicide drift meant 380 hectares of cotton, potentially worth $400,000, would yield nothing.
Do they know who did it? Well, if they do, they're not telling me.
And if they could take legal action, would they? No, that's money they don't have. And if a prosecution was successful and a fine issued, it still wouldn't compensate the family for their losses. The cotton's being ploughed in to save precious soil moisture. Wiley Rolls okayed landline filming but declined an interview. He was happy, though, for us to film a visit from the New South Wales Environmental Protection Authority's Carmen Dwyer.
Like, it looks like it's still a green, healthy plant and it's got boils developing on it, but so it would keep
just
going,
won't
but
carry the fruit for...
So it just won't grow the cotton.
Yeah.
We can't afford to kick own goals, and this is because of bad practice that this happens, and someone loses their livelihood. Up until December, hadn't received many complaints about spray drift damage, but they're coming in thick and fast now.
Over summer, spray drift affected cotton growers in Queensland and New South Wales.
To finish it off.
Some of them have now been hit 4 or 5 times this year on the estimates of area, which are well and truly in the hundreds of thousands of hectares this year. It's got to be in the high tens of millions of dollars, the impact.
For everything that's been done, all the money that's been spent, all the training that's been done, the 98% of people have listened and can do it well. Everyone knows how to do it properly, but there's another 2% that are just wrecking it for everyone else.
And that ends the news segment. Taking us to the break now is the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. At home, regional forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers with thunderstorms with rain areas over Ora Province. Mombasa and New Guinea Islands region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Highlands region, scattered rain periods with isolated thunderstorms, then scattered morning fog. And that ends the news segment. Sport is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgera.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bungum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
right across the nation. We eat snack crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Did anybody catch the name of that train?
Welcome back. There is a little more unknown about the Western Clydesdales, who make their return to the Host Plus Cup this Sunday against a new-look PNG Hunters outfit. Formerly the TVWAN Clydesdales, who last competed in the QRL back in 2006, the revamped club will be eager to make its mark on the competition.
Clydesdale inaugural captain Darren Shonish will lead the club on Sunday and provides the pack with NRL experience while try-scoring an excitement machine. Besi Ofaga Tumaga, formerly with the Brisbane Tigers, is the headline name in the backs. In what will be a first home game in more than 15 years, the Clydesdales are expected to play a tough, gritty brand of football in front of an eager home crowd. They might be newcomers in the Host Plus Cup competition, but the Western Clydesdale will be anything but an easy opponent on Sunday afternoon. They are up against the 2017 Interest Super Cup champions, the PNG Hunters. The Hunters also going through a rebuilding phase and would be fielding a mixture of youth and experience for this weekend's opener. While it might be a few weeks for backline combinations to form, one thing we can always expect from the Hunters is a powerful running game through the middle of the field. Junior Rob Epel Capinias and Ila Alu make up a strong middle forward trio, while Shevin Tanabi and debutant Julius Akopa line up on the edges. A recent trial against the Fiji Silk Tails was a good example of the Hunters' ability to dominate the middle third and creating scoring opportunities on the back of their momentum. Tanza and Rob in particular struck up a damaging combination in that game, with Rob scoring a hat-trick of tries as the Hunters crashed through the middle of the field. Tanza plays with great vision and sleight of hand from dummy half, manipulating defenders and passing his forwards into positive areas around the ruck. His ball-playing smarts have the ability to test the Clydesdales' middle defense on Sunday, if the Hunters can earn themselves enough attacking field position. Hunters assistant coach Paul Ayton is excited for the squad in what will be their first hit-out of the season. Young Shevin Tanabi, coming off possibly the best preseason build-up ever since making his debut last year, is looking the business to go one better this season.
It's good. Most of the boys are looking good. We have a few areas to work on, and hopefully the boys will polish up, and everyone's ready for the round one season.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Melbourne Storm are said to be without Queensland Maroon duo Cameron Munster and Xavier Coates this week after the pair picked up injuries in the club's 16-12 win over Parramatta. Despite Craig Bellamy winning his 20th consecutive round one match, once again it comes out at a cost after both Munster and Coates were forced out from the field, although the former did return into the game. Munster suffered a compound dislocation of his ring finger midway through the first half, while Coates left the field in the second period after struggling with a shoulder issue. He is suffering a sprain to SC joint in attempting to make a tackle in the second half. The Storm faces Bulldogs tonight as the home side looks to extend their winning start to consecutive victories. The PNG Kickboxing Federation returns to its exciting moments after being out of the fight scene for almost 3 years. The momentum is picking up in Port Moresby as the PNG Kickboxing Federation kicks in a couple of fights to bring back the biff.
Retired kickboxing and former world champion Stanley Nandex and team at the federation are getting in tune with its kickboxers, eyeing to participate at the Southern Regional Championship slated for March 24 and 25th. Nandex said kickboxing is a worldwide sport and was badly affected as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic outrage, but assured all members of the federation to get back into their programs.
It's great to be back for a start, and this happens in Moresby, and I think each of the regions will be hosting their own events, followed by Highlands Regional Championships in Koroka, which is next month, and then the Mamasi in Wewak and the NGI in Kokopo all this year. We also out of PNG Games. I think they thought we were not really much competing or program because, as I said, we've been out for a while. But that's okay. We should come back the next PNG Games. But having said that, I've been telling them just focus much on our activities or programs now. And I think with the way we start now, I think it's going very well. So I'm happy about it.
Nandex said the official event calendar for 2023 was also released after the clearance was given by the World Kickboxing Federation. He urged all regional and provincial presidents and members to restart their programs and prepare their fighters to qualify for the major events this year. In an exciting inclusion is the PNG Female Kickboxing League, established to manage all female fighters to be part of the major draw card this year. The inclusion of the Female Kickboxing League is to empower women and girls and use the platform to raise role models as well. Taking the Port Moresby kickboxers in a tough training routine is hard-working coach and elite kickboxer Nelson Sampson. Starting off young kickboxers is tough for him, but the 3-day training sessions weekly is paying off as boxers get into shape.
That's a club preparation and people looking forward. I'm successful. I'm going up. I got a matching everything. I'm go now. All boys people training really hard. Prefer look. Only people 14 days or 15 days remaining. This tournament come up.
Susan Oriape, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the news tonight. Tomorrow's bulletin will be at 7:15 p.m. due to the live broadcast of NRL games. Before we go, remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.